Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, and welcome to Bloodborne ASMR. Just kidding, that's not what this channel is about. However, I will link some Bloodborne ASMR in the description if that's your thing. The guy seems to know what he's talking about. Anyway, this is a little bit of an impromptu video because I do actually have plans to release a much more fleshed out video that I'm planning to do on cold blood, in terms of defining cold blood, what it is, how it acts, how it's different to blood as we understand it in the real world, and it's actually a really interesting topic. I really wanted to work on that and probably was hoping to get it out tonight, but I've been very kind of under the pump with real world stuff lately and haven't had a whole lot of time for YouTube. Unfortunately, I just got back from a bit of a vacation, and but since I really want to keep uploading something every week, I thought I'd do this and just kind of have a bit of a ramble about what's going on with the channel and also detail a very interesting encounter I've had in the Chalice dungeons. So in my 190 hours of Bloodborne, pretty short compared to a lot of yours, I'm sure, I have encountered my first Canehurst Knight in the Chalice dungeons, which is amazing because I've seen most of the rare appearances of enemies in the Chalice dungeons, but never a Canehurst Knight. I knew they existed, and I'd run through all the Chalice dungeons before, but I had never actually seen and fought against one. So I've got that footage here to play in the background just while I'm talking to you guys about some stuff that's going on. I was actually prompted to make this video just because of this encounter, because I referenced that Canehurst Knights appear in the Chalice dungeons in my Vile Blood slash Canehurst investigation that I did a couple of months back, but didn't actually have any footage to show of me fighting a knight. But you know, if any of you haven't seen this enemy before in the Chalice dungeons, I'm sure it's of some interest to you. So just firstly, quick about the next video that'll be coming out. Like I said, it'll be on cold blood, which, you know, upon really close investigation, has some really amazing implications in regards to the lore and really how the old blood and affects a person, and also cold blood and how it actually acts once that blood is left the human body, and what happens when it is left for a long period of time, and whether it oxidates or coagulates or and then crystallizes. And it's very sciencey, but I think you guys will really enjoy it. I'd also like to give a bit of a shout out to quite a bunch of new subscribers that have come into the channel over the last week or so. It's always very humbling when you know, people spend quite a bit of time watching videos about you know, this game, Bloodborne. It's you know, it's not old yet, but it's growing in age. You know, another From Software game has come out since Bloodborne was released. Yet, I still think it's the best in the series. I must say, although I have to do kind of a ranking video, I guess, in the future about where I rank each game now that I've played a little bit of Demon Souls. And yeah, because we are kind of nearing, you know, slowly but surely towards 10,000 subscribers, which is a very exciting milestone. I'm hoping to get there by the end of the year, but you know, my averages, you know, month to month don't really reflect that as the most likely outcome. But you know, might get a surge here and there before Christmas, and you know, we'll see if we can scrape over the line. In that case, you know, I've got some cool stuff planned for 10,000 and beyond. Definitely don't plan on stopping making any videos anytime soon. Upload rates during December might be a little bit slower than usual, just because believe it or not, I do have pretty much a full-time job that does take a little bit away from the time I'm able to dedicate to YouTube, sadly, because I really do love doing this stuff and talking with you guys, and kind of talking with you know, people in general that are interested in this sort of stuff, as esoteric as it may be. So as I mentioned, I just got back from a vacation, which was you know, very nice to kind of take a break from it all, especially video games, actually, just to kind of get away for a couple of days and not having, you know, come home from work and decide, oh, okay, what am I going to play? What am I going to try out? Although I did buy a PS3, you know, to play Demon Souls, and I picked up Red Dead Redemption, which I haven't played in a little while, which is always great to play again. Probably one of my favorite games, up there with the rest of them. What else have we got? We've got what I'm planning to do in the future, maybe December, maybe in the new year, is a analysis slash critique of the Knights of the Old Republic series. And when I say that, I mean KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2. Definitely some of my favorite games of all time. It's going to be a different kind of format that you're used to on this channel, I suppose, but I want to branch out a little bit, and that style of video really kind of interests me as a possibility. And of course, I'm always free and open to critique and feedback and criticism. I don't stray away from any of that, definitely not. The main thing that I want to avoid with this channel is pumping out low energy, shitty content, just thinking, oh, this will take 5 minutes to make and then I'll make it. This update video is just just a bridging between between the Maria video and the Cold Blood video, which will be coming out. It's just like, I have to do my research, I have to write my script, I have to get my footage, and then edit it all together, and that's quite a lengthy process that I try and fit into a week-to-week basis. Some of you might consider the deja vu sort of initial D Dark Souls guy running through Lost Izalith and drifting down the canyons a bit low energy shit posting, but it was a bit of fun, and I think that's okay once in a while. Recently, I've actually been not regularly, but here and there, been talking a little bit with Redgrave on Discord, just kind of picking his brain about a few things that I was interested in, which was it was very very nice of him to take some time out to just discuss some things with me. It was just me kind of just asking questions like, is this and is this, and he was like, no, you're wrong. And I was like, oh, okay. But no, no, it wasn't like that. He was a very, very stand-up guy, and it's for someone that's put so much time and thought into this game as he has, it's very nice to kind of talk with someone who has a lot of knowledge, even though I don't agree with him 100% on everything, just because he has that raw knowledge of just how things fit together is very cool to have. I'd also like to talk with JSF sometime in the future, just because I've been watching a couple of his videos lately, and he is a really good investigator when it comes to Bloodborne. I'll link his channel in the description, because you guys should probably have a look at it as well. It's really impressive stuff. I'm also aware that Final Fantasy 15 has recently come out. Now, I'll be honest, the only Final Fantasy game that I've really played to any degree of completion I think it was the PSP game, Crisis Core, if I remember correctly, which was pretty good actually. So thinking about getting Final Fantasy 15, it looks, I'm not a huge fan of the series, just because I haven't played many of them, but it might be something new and interesting to try out. And Final Fantasy lore, I don't know if it's interesting or deep or worth investigating. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Kind of see if that's of interest to you guys. Let me know, or not. That's fine too. I've still got plenty more to talk about with Dark Souls and Bloodborne. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a comfy ramble, if you will. So yeah, life is busy, life is challenging, but we will always have time for some lore now and again. So yeah, after the Cold Blood video, I'm probably going to do one on Pale Blood as well. I was originally going to make the Pale Blood one first, but since it's so speculative, and there are literally, I believe, 0 item descriptions that actually reference Pale Blood, since there are none, that's that's someone's bread and butter when it comes to lore hunting usually, or environmental details. Since there's none of that, it's difficult to kind of nail down. But that'll come after do Cold Blood, because Cold Blood will kind of act as a primer before we talk about Pale Blood, and that'll come soon as well, as soon as I find the time. Honestly, if I just had like 3 days off in a row, I'd be able to pump out both probably. But yeah, that's what there is to look forward to in the future. I'm glad so many of you enjoyed the Maria video. I really enjoyed making that one. It was a character I really wanted to do justice, and I really enjoyed kind of investigating that side. Very very sad story, but also a really kind of moving moving story as well of Lady Maria, who seems to be obviously a fan favorite of Bloodborne. Everyone loves Maria, and she's a great character, so it's well deserved. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you for watching. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. Let me know again. Always, I want to always know more topics to talk about in terms of Dark Souls or Bloodborne. I've considered talking about the statues in Bloodborne. You know how there are different statues in every area, but you know, that'll be something to consider in the future. And Mensis, I do want to do kind of a dedicated video on Mensis and how that kind of spider of lore just kind of, spider I mean just multiple legs, just kind of entrenching itself into other areas, which just makes it difficult to kind of pin down. But yeah, that'll be something to come out as well. And yeah, it's just kind of been a ramble, but look forward to the future. Many good things coming, and take it easy.